a control freak, and I always call myself a control freak, but in a nice way. When you take someone that likes to be in control and you put them in a situation which is out of their control, it makes them feel very uncomfortable.
The first night I stayed with him in his hotel, I did say to him, because I expected him to do this with many girls, he's a football player, and the way he looked at girls and blah, blah, blah.
Was it more than one time you slept with him?
Yeah, I stayed with him a few nights. Then he met someone else.
Even though
Big
you was
time.
cheating on Victoria,
Yeah.
did you feel cheated on?
Yeah, of course.
Now, just to explain the history of Nicola Peltz, we have to get into her father, Nelson Peltz. And Nelson Peltz started off this guy where his family had this frozen food delivery business, and he was actually just a truck driver for them, but eventually rose to be head of the company. And then they started producing their own foods. He turned into a multi-million-dollar operation, and then in 1997 he bought Snapple, and from that and a variety of other deals in the food space, he became a multi-billionaire.
Victoria Beckham has often called herself a bit of a perfectionist. Reports claim that this same need for control may have caused some tension when her son Brooklyn married Nicola Peltz. According to insiders, Victoria had a tough time adjusting and was rumored to have clashed with Nicola during the wedding preparations. Some say the atmosphere got awkward when their creative visions didn't match, leaving everyone feeling a little tense during the big day. Meanwhile, Nicola also comes from a high-profile family known for their luxury lifestyle. Media reports have painted mixed pictures of her personality, with some calling her confident and outspoken, while others describe her as distant. Fans believe that the two strong personalities, Victoria and Nicola, simply misunderstood each other, leading to a family dynamic that keeps everyone talking. In one family photo, viewers noticed what seemed like tension between Victoria Beckham, her son Brooklyn, and his wife, Nicola Peltz. Online comments quickly picked up on the moment, with some fans speculating that there might be lingering family disagreements. One comment even read, "I think Victoria might be a bit jealous of her," while another joked that even a billionaire family can't escape mom and son drama.
So Nicola Peltz completely contradicted Brooklyn Beckham's claim that his mother pulled out of making her wedding dress at the 11th hour, forcing her to scramble to find something as if her dress was off the rack. In November 2022, she told Variety, "I was going to wear Victoria Beckham and I really wanted to, and then a few months down the line, she realized that her atelier couldn't do it, so then I had to pick another dress." In April 2022, Valentino's creative director said that her dress was a culmination of a year of conversations, which included 2 trips to Rome HQ and 2 US fittings. These are not easily explained contradictions. Did they forget?
Shortly after, Brooklyn Beckham shared a few remarks that fans interpreted as hinting at family struggles, especially between him and his famous mom, Victoria. But as always, there are 2 sides to every story. To understand where all this talk began, it helps to look back at Victoria's background. Known worldwide as Posh Spice, she built her image with precision and care. Over the years, she's described herself as detail-oriented and protective of her public image, traits that may sometimes come across as controlling, but also reflect her drive for perfection. When Victoria and David Beckham came together, they quickly became one of the most famous power couples in the world. Together, they built what many call the Beckham Brand, turning their family name into a global empire of fashion, sports, and business success. According to journalist Tom Bower's book, The House of Beckhams, their marriage faced public challenges in the early 2000s, but Victoria reportedly worked hard to protect their family's image and keep things steady. Her determination and focus helped the Beckhams maintain their status as one of Britain's most recognized families. As for their eldest son, Brooklyn, fans have often noticed that his path seems a bit different from his siblings. Things especially changed when he married actress Nicola Peltz, known for roles in Transformers, Age of Extinction, and Bates Motel. Coming from a very successful and wealthy family herself, Nicola and Brooklyn have often been seen as a next-generation power couple, uniting 2 iconic worlds of fame and fortune.
This is terrible news because TMZ is reporting that we are never going to see this alleged wedding video of Victoria Beckham inappropriately dancing on Brooklyn. And according to sources who spoke to TMZ, they claim that Victoria was right up against Brooklyn, allegedly in a way grinding on him. But the sources say that Brooklyn is so mortified he never wants the moment made public.
Brooklyn Beckham has grown up surrounded by luxury, and that hasn't changed since marrying actress Nicola Peltz. Her family's immense wealth means the couple enjoys a lifestyle that keeps them constantly in the spotlight. Reports have even suggested that the Peltz family's fortune surpasses that of the Beckhams, something that's fueled plenty of public curiosity. According to several outlets, tension between Victoria Beckham and Nicola may have started during wedding planning. Early on, Victoria reportedly offered to design Nicola's wedding dress, which Nicola said would be an honor. But as the big day approached, rumors claimed that the project didn't come together as planned, leading Nicola to find another designer at the last minute. While Brooklyn was reportedly disappointed, fans continued to debate what really happened behind the scenes. Neither family has publicly confirmed the story, but the dress drama remains one of the most talked about moments in the Beckham Peltz wedding saga. Reports once claimed that Victoria Beckham contacted Nicola Peltz's mother to say she wouldn't be making Nicola's wedding dress, without speaking to Nicola directly. Some insiders suggested this caused confusion and led to speculation that Nicola chose not to wear Victoria's design. However, other reports tell a different story. A Vogue article from April 2022 revealed that Nicola had actually been working with Valentino's design team for nearly a year before the wedding.
Nicola would make them work as much as possible and have them do as many disgusting things as possible. And then, at the end of the week, she would fire them and start the process all over again with a new maid the following week. There was also said to be an incident where Nicola pushed a nanny down the stairs.
Bridal stylist Leslie Fremar said the gown was the result of months of collaboration and careful planning with the Valentino director. Nicola herself was quoted saying it was a no-brainer to choose Valentino for her dress. So, while online rumors painted the situation as tense, these reports suggest the decision may have been planned long before any family drama made headlines. Some reports suggest that Nicola Peltz had planned to wear multiple dresses for her wedding. Allegedly, she and Victoria Beckham couldn't agree on when Victoria's design would be featured, which may have led to it being pulled from the lineup altogether. If true, it could simply be a case of creative differences, something that often happens when two strong personalities are involved. As for the wedding itself, rumors circulated about an awkward moment during the reception. Singer Mark Anthony, a friend of the Beckhams, reportedly performed as a wedding gift. According to sources, when he invited the most beautiful woman in the room to join him on stage, Victoria stepped up instead of Nicola, which allegedly left guests surprised. While some claimed the moment created tension, others say it was likely a misunderstanding in the excitement of the celebration. Either way, it quickly became one of the most talked about moments from the star-studded Beckham Peltz wedding. According to online reports, Brooklyn Beckham once claimed that his mother, Victoria Beckham, unintentionally stole the spotlight during his wedding to Nicola Peltz. The story goes that during a performance by Mark Anthony, he dedicated a song to Victoria and Brooklyn without mentioning Nicola, which some guests reportedly found awkward. Allegedly, this moment created visible tension between the families during the celebration. Social media users later discussed these claims, with some saying they wanted to see the wedding tapes to find out what really happened.
Build their wealth by doing unethical business takeovers, basically buying over a business, removing everyone who was part of the foundation of the success of that business, and milking that business dry. And they're not just known as difficult and toxic within the business world. People that work directly with the Peltz family have come out about how much of a nightmare every single member of that family really is.
While the supposed drama became a viral topic, none of the parties involved have confirmed these details publicly. In the end, what's clear is that the Beckham Peltz wedding became a major pop culture moment, filled with glitz, high emotion, and plenty of speculation about what might have really unfolded behind the scenes. Despite rumors of awkward moments during Brooklyn and Nicola Peltz Beckham's wedding, the couple reportedly found a positive way to move forward. Brooklyn has mentioned that they chose to renew their vows later on, creating happier memories to replace the stress from their original ceremony. Fans online even turned the situation into lighthearted fun, sharing memes about Victoria Beckham's now famous dance at the event. Some online comments suggested there was tension between the Beckhams and Nicola before the wedding, with claims that a few relatives questioned how close she was to the family. However, none of these statements have been confirmed by the Beckhams themselves. In the end, what stands out is that Brooklyn and Nicola continue to present a united front. they've chosen to focus on their marriage, celebrate their love, and move beyond all the speculation that surrounded their high-profile wedding.
Apparently, Nicola was going to have a dress designed by Victoria, but last minute, Victoria decided not to do it. And I honestly think the reason that Victoria did that is because at the end of the day, Victoria and David Beckham did not want Brooklyn to marry Nicola, and they were looking out for their son. I have seen stories of Nicola Peltz's family, what happened with the wedding planner, what's happened with nannies, and so I believe that David and Victoria were looking out for their son, have always been looking out for their son.
According to online reports, Brooklyn Beckham once claimed that his mother, Victoria Beckham, called him evil after he and Nicola Peltz chose to seat their longtime nannies at their main wedding table. Sources said this decision may have caused some disagreement among the family, though none of the Beckhams have publicly confirmed those details. Brooklyn also allegedly shared that, before the wedding, there were talks about his rights to use the Beckham name for future projects, something he reportedly felt uneasy about. However, these claims have not been verified, and neither David nor Victoria has commented directly on the matter. Media outlets have since reported that Victoria's legal team issued a statement emphasizing the importance of protecting the Beckham brand, while David spoke briefly in interviews, focusing on family unity. Despite all the speculation, it's clear the Beckham family remains under constant public attention, with every move sparking conversation among fans worldwide. Reports have long suggested that some of the tension between Victoria Beckham and Nicola Peltz may come from differences in background and personality. Nicola comes from an extremely wealthy family, and sources claim this dynamic may have made Victoria feel like she was losing some influence over her son Brooklyn, especially since the two have always been very close.
Let's talk about the original Beckham family feud, the one between David and his parents when he first got with Victoria. When David Beckham first started dating Posh Spice in the late 90s, his family was worried. They did not like the glitz and glamour that surrounded her life. They didn't like the pop star scene. They thought that he was getting distracted from football. David's dad especially didn't like this relationship because he felt like David was drifting away from the family that supported him from the start. Things only got worse after they got married because apparently at the wedding, his family felt like they weren't included. In fact, the tabloids at the time were painting Victoria as controlling. Allegedly, after that, David and his dad barely spoke, and his dad missed years of big moments in David's life.
According to Page 6, Brooklyn has grown tight with Nicola's family, particularly her father, which may have been difficult for Victoria at first. Some insiders say Victoria and Nicola simply have strong, confident personalities that occasionally clash. Fans online have also pointed out that a magazine headline calling Nicola the new Mrs. Beckham may have added to the rumored tension. Social media comments were divided, some supporting Nicola's confidence, others insisting there's only one Mrs. Beckham. While it's all speculation, it's clear that the Beckham-Peltz family dynamic continues to fascinate fans everywhere. Some fans have suggested that Victoria Beckham may have struggled with letting go as her son Brooklyn started his own family, leading to the classic mother-in-law tension that many families experience. But long before Nicola Peltz married into the Beckham family, she was already making headlines of her own. A resurfaced article from years ago claimed that Nicola had once been accused of being demanding towards staff at her family home. However, these claims were never officially proven, and neither Nicola nor her representatives have publicly confirmed them. Some observers have even drawn parallels between Nicola's confident, outspoken personality and Victoria's own reputation for being assertive and driven. Whether it's coincidence or simply strong energy on both sides, the similarities between these two powerful women continue to keep fans intrigued about their family dynamic. Old reports have circulated online describing strict household rules allegedly enforced by Nicola Peltz's family. According to past claims, staff members were expected to bring their own meals and avoid eating food from the home, even leftovers. However, these details have never been officially confirmed by the Peltz family. One story shared in older articles described an incident involving Nicola's mother, Claudia, who reportedly dismissed a household staff member after a disagreement about cleaning standards. While such reports have sparked plenty of online discussion, they remain unverified accounts from unnamed sources. Still, the stories have added to the public's fascination with the Peltz family's reputation for high standards and perfectionism. Whether true or exaggerated, these tales continue to fuel curiosity about what life might really be like inside one of America's wealthiest households. Some of the most sensational claims surrounding Nicola Peltz and her family have circulated online for years, though none have been verified. One unconfirmed report alleged tensions between household staff and family members, while other stories have questioned the family's business practices. However, these accounts rely heavily on anonymous sources and should be viewed as speculation rather than fact. Another rumor that once appeared in tabloids claimed a serious altercation occurred between Nicola and a staff member, but the family has firmly denied any wrongdoing. No credible evidence has ever supported that story, and it remains an unverified internet claim. Interestingly, some fans have pointed out the parallels between Nicola's rumored family tension and Victoria Beckham's early experiences with her in-laws, noting how both women faced public scrutiny while joining famous families. Whether coincidence or fate, their dynamic continues to capture attention. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Beckham-Peltz family saga, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more celebrity breakdowns and updates.